Hello.
Hello.
It's so weird to see your picture behind you.
You know who it is?
It's you.
It's an AI picture of me.
Yeah, you look much better in person.
I look younger in the photo, no? Ah. So who got married? The tall kid,
uh, yeah, the tall kid. Yeah.
the son of the doctor.
Oh no. It's the other daughter. It's Gershov from Beverlywood.
Oh, he's an architect.
He's something. He's from the Australian guy. I don't know what he is. Yeah, maybe architect. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
his son got married.
Oh,
The tall guy's married already. That big boy. He's married. He has a
yeah,
kid, I think.
yeah.
They get married. They get
What
married very young.
what do they do in the
Uh,
they're in the catering business?
they're in the banking business.
In the waiting.
The waiters are the waiter business. They all go to very fancy schools. They also go to Ivy League schools, Cornell and
Oh,
Harvard. Yeah,
that's nice.
yeah. How's your grandchild at Princeton doing?
She's doing okay. She's working hard, but she's doing okay. She works
Where's she
for,
working? Wall Street?
yeah,
Yeah, they make you work very long hours.
she,
Crazy.
she works for, what is it,
Solomon Brothers or Goldman Sachs?
Goldman Sachs.
I'm just reading a book about them. There's a book,
Oh, yeah?
The Money Kings. It's about the German Jews, how they started the banking system in New York.
Hmm.
Yeah, Lehman, Loeb, Goldman Sachs, all Jews. Yeah,
Yeah.
but when they came to America, they didn't want to know from Judaism. They
Oh, I don't know about that, but my granddaughter, her direct boss is a Froome guy.
Oh wow, nice. Yeah, now it's all different.
And he said he wanted to he sent her to San Francisco
Yeah.
for a presentation or a job, whatever,
Uh-huh.
because he knew her family is in LA, so she could spend Shabbos in LA.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. He's a
and
mensch.
they send her in business and to a very fancy hotel in San Francisco.
Yeah, very nice. Wow.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
somebody's a mensch.
yeah. But she's really working. There's no hours. That place is open 24 hours a
Right,
day,
right, right.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
So many times she goes home at 12, 1 o'clock in the night. I said, aren't you afraid? He said, no, abuelo, I know now I take this subway there, this. But when I stay long, the boss says, take an Uber.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Hi, Ernie.
Hi.
Hello. 20.
What was that?
20.
Anshis. Chaf Amid Aleph. Tokfor Shel Boaz, the restraint of Boaz, because Ruth was in his bed for one night, and he restrained himself, is on Venesusa Shel Pati ben Laish. Pati ben Laish slept with his wife, who was not his wife, Michal, for many years, and he was able to restrain himself. Rav Yochanan might receive Rabot Banot Asu Chayil. Ve'atalita Kulana. So the Gemara darshans. Rabot Banot Asu Chayil Ze Yosef Uboaz. Ve'atalita Kulana. You're greater than everyone. Ze Palti ben Laish. Amr Shul Bar Nachman Amr Rav Yonis. Might receive Sheker Achein Ve'evla Yofi. Sheker Achein Ze Yosef. Hevla Yofi Ze Boaz. Yirat Hashem Titala Ze Palti ben Laish. Dover Acher. Sheker Achein Ze Dorosh Shel Moshe. Hashem made a lot of nisim. I mean, the activity of the Dora Midbar in deserving all that was not very great. Hashem made a lot of nisim with them, even though it's not like as if they were outstanding. Hevel Ayofi Zedor Shel Yoshua. In the time of Joshua, Hashem also showed a lot of nisim when they conquered Canaan. Yiras Hashem itisal Zedor Shel Chizkiah. What we've been learning in Malachim. That despite the fact that they were being conquered by Goyim, etc., they were learning Torah. So they showed the greatest Yiras Hashem. Davar acher sheker chen zedor shel Moshe v'Yoshua. Hevel hayofi zedor shel Chizkiyahu. Yiras Hashem itisal zedor shel Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Eloi. Rabbi Yehuda Bar Eloi, they were being persecuted by the Romans, and they were very poor, and they still studied Torah. Amar Lav Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Eloi, shayushisha talmidim miskazim b'talas echas. There were 6 students covered with 1 blanket, but still oiskin b'Torah. I think this relates to the post-Holocaust generation, that despite everything they went through, they're still studying Torah and worshiping Hashem even greater than the Dora of Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Eloi. Mishnah. Meis lo meis, ena yotze mipesach patrin shelo. The king does not leave his palace to go to a levaya. Rabbi Yehuda, if he wants, he can go. After Avner, the chief of staff of Shaul, was killed by one of his lieutenants. So if you remember, David went out to show the people he wasn't involved in the murder. And he went to the funeral. He went behind the coffin. There's no proof from there, because there he was doing it to show the people that he was not part of the assassination. Then, if the king has lost a family member and is sitting availus, and the people are going to participate with him in a Sudas Avrah, they sit on the ground, and he sits on a little bed. In a place where it's customary that women followed the coffin, they go. If it was custom that they went before the coffin, the women always go in front. The men went behind, because we see David went behind. That's no proof, because he wanted to show the people he was not involved, and they accepted it. He went into the women and the men and back and forth. He proved to all the people that he was not involved in the plot against Avner. Dorish Rava. Everybody came to have a parting meal with David. Ksiv lahachros. This was by the morning of Avner. It's written lahachros, to wipe out the karina lavros, but chila lahachroso. Initially, they wanted to kill him because they thought he was involved in killing Avner. Well, the sof lavros. In the end, they realized that he was not involved. Avner. Why, in fact, was Avner killed? He should have protested when Shaul wanted to kill out the Kohanim in the ear of Nov, and he didn't protest. Rav Yitzchak Omar, Micha v'lo nana. He did protest, but Shaul didn't answer him. Ushneim mikra echad darshu. They both learned the same din from the same pasuk. Vayikonena melech el Avner. David eulogized Avner. Vayomar, hakimot naval yamut, Avner yadecha, lo asurot raglecha lolin chushtayim hugashu. Man damer lo micha, the one who said he didn't protest, achikomer. Yadecha lo asurot raglecha lolin chushtayim hugashu. My time lo micha, why didn't you protest? Can fall if nebnei avlo nafalta. That's why you fell. Uman damer micha v'lo nana, the one who said he did protest, it moy mitama. Then the question is, why did he die? You didn't do anything wrong. My time can fall if nebnei avon falta. That's why you fell, because you protested. So Laman Domer Shemicha, my time. Why was he punished? That Avner allowed the sovereignty of Ishboshet, the son of Shaul, to last 2.5 years before David HaMelech became king. So Avner gets punished for that. Also, when they sit with a meal with the Melech, when he's mourning, they sit on the ground and he sits on a dargish. My dargish, Amar Ula Arsa de Gada. It's called a mazel bed. It's like a decorative sofa that is designated just for beauty, and it's for mazel. I understand. He's never been able to sit, and now he's sitting on this thing. My kushya, Dilma, the same with drinking and eating. Up until now, we didn't provide Suda from Hashta. By Avelis, so we have him sit as well. Normally, an Avel turns over all the beds in his house. This one he didn't have to turn over. Elazokfo, you just put it on its side. If it's a mazel bed, why shouldn't you turn it upside down? Vatanya. Not only the bed he sleeps on, but all the beds. So the says, my cushion. That's not a kasha. Dilma, you have like a couch that it's not for sitting on, it's to put decorative kalim there. That that type of bed you don't have to overturn. A dargish was a kind of bed that had ropes connecting to the frame. So you undo the ropes and it falls down. That this is this mazel bed, karvatinami. These mazel beds didn't have the ropes. He was known in markets, so he knew all these objects. It was a bed made out of leather. What else? That the ropes that were holding the leather, one of them, there were holes drilled into the side poles, and the straps went into those holes. The bed, the mita, the straps went over the holes. Not, went over didn't go through the wood, but around it. Meisvei, kliates, maybe some mekabel tuma. A kli made out of wood, when is it mekabel tuma? Hamita varisa, one of these beds, mishi shufim b'oradog. They used to use a fish, the skin of a fish, to, like a sandpaper, to smooth. I understand, if the ropes are on the outside of the wood, lamali shipas oradog, why would you have to plane or smooth out that wood? Elahava mitocho, both have holes drilled inside of it. Mita a'uli vafuki bibizyoni. That the straps go in and out of those holes. But dargish a'uli vafuki be'avkasa. But there it goes through like it has its own knotting before it goes through that hole. Rav Yaakov Bar Yeshua, but Levi Allah Rav Shimon Gamliel. Rav Yaakov Barami Mita Shnakliteha Yotzim. The frames stick out. Zoikva v'dayo. It's just put it on its side, and that's enough if it's in Avelis. Then the king, Motzi l'mechamas harshus al pi bezin shel shiva v'echad. If the king wants to go to war, he chooses to go to war. It's not to save Klal Yisrael, but to expand territory. He has to get permission from the Sanhedrin. U poretz lasos lederach. He can, eminent domain. He can break down any walls, fences, houses, if he's building the King's Road. You can't protest. In fact, the royal highway could be any shear he wants, no matter, there's no upper limit. When they go out in battle and the people take booty, the first person who gets booty is the king. Who no tel chelik barosh. Tanya Chadizim, the Ein Moitzil Mechamas Rosh Alpi Bezin Shel Shiv Echad. We already learned this halacha that a king has to get reshus. I did a Tanya Kol Mila de Melech. Well, since we're dealing with all the other dinim of a Melech, Tanya Nami Moitzil Mechamas. We mentioned this as well. Everything that's mentioned in Sefer Shmuel, where it says he will take your sons and your daughters and all of that, the Melech is permitted to do it. Rav Amar, absolutely not. Shmuel wanted to warn them against asking for a king. So he threatened them with all these things that the king could do, but it really isn't true. Shenemar, Son tasim alecha, melech shete'eim also alecha. He wanted to instill fear into the people. Now, this issue is kitanois. Machlok is tanoim. Rabbi Yossi Omer Kolom Rebbe Parshas Melech, all the various powers given to the king, written in the Parsha of Shmuel, Melech Muterbo, the king is allowed to do it. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Lo Nemar Parsha Zu Al Kidei La'ayim Aleim. No, it was just to scare them. Shenemar, Son tasim alecha, melech shete'eim also alecha. V'cheinai Rabbi Yehuda Omer. Rabbi Yehuda said the following halachas: Shalosh mitzvos nitzav Yisrael b'knisos and lords. Klal Yisrael had 3 commandments when they entered Eretz Canaan. La'amid lem melech, to appoint a king. La'ach rizar shel Amalek, to wipe out Amalek. V'livnos lem beis hamikdash, to build the beis hamikdash. Rav Nurai Omer lo nemer parsha zu ala keneged terumosa. The parsha there was because they were complaining. Shenemar, v'amarta asim alai melech, kechol hagoyim asher tzvivotai. Shmuel just wanted to scare them so that they wouldn't want a king. Tanya Rabbi Eliezer Omer Zkenim shebedor k'hogen shalom. The Zkenim asked appropriately for a king. Shenemar tznalanu melech v'leshavteinu. They knew that Shmuel, there wasn't a problem while Shmuel was there, but after Shmuel, who was going to judge them? So they wanted a king. Aval Ami Oretz Sheben Kilkalu, the people went bad. They wanted to have a king like the other nations around them to go out and lead them in battle. Tan Rabbi Yossi Yomer Sholosh Mitzvos Nitztavu Yisrael b'Knisos and Loretz. Klal Yisrael were given 3 commandments: Lamid lamelech, to make a king; Lach rizar shel Amalek, to destroy Amalek; V'livnos lebeis hamikdash. What's the order? Ve'eni odei ezu men tchila. Kishu omer kiyad al kes ka milchama l'Hashem Amalek. So first you need a kisei, then you need milchama. V'yomer lamid lamelech tchila. Ein kisei lamelech. Shenemar vayeshev shlomo al kisei Hashem lamelech. So v'adayin eni odei livnos lebeis hamikdash tchila lach rizar shel Amalek tchila. We're still not sure, once you have the Melech, does he wipe out Amalek or does he build the Beis Hamikdash? Kishu Omer, Ve'niach lechem mikol oivechem. First the Pasuk says, you will get rid of your enemies. Then, Vayam hakom asher yivchar Hashem, and you'll build the Beis Hamikdash. Have you ever lach rizar shel Amalek tchila? First you wipe out Amalek. V'chein b'David. Vayiki Yoshev HaMelech David b'Veiso. David was sitting in his palace. V'Hashem iniach lo misoviv. And Hashem had given him victories over all his enemies. Uksiv, Vayomer HaMelech El Nosan HaNavi, Re'ei no Anochi Yoshev Beis HaRozim. I'm sitting in a house of cedars, and the Aron is sitting in a tent. So he had an urge to build the Beis Hamikdash. Amr Shlokish, Betchila Moloch Shlomo al Elyonim. Shlomo Melech not only ruled on the earth, he ruled in the heavens. Shneimar Vayeshev Shlomo al Kisei Hashem. Ulvasof Malach al Tachtonim. Then he ruled in the regular places. Shneimar Kihu Rodeh B'chol Eivra Anar Mitifsach Vadaza. There's a machlokes about this Tifsach and Aza. Rav Shmuel Chad Omar Tifsach b'sofa oilam and Aza b'sofa oilam. He ruled the whole world. Tifsach is in one end of the world, Aza is in the other end. The Chad Omar Tifsach v'Aza b'adei adari yavu. No, they were right next to each other. Shekashem shemelech al Tifsach v'Aza came malach al kolom kol. Just like he ruled on these two adjoining cities, he ruled on the whole world. But ulavasof, when he was taken prisoner by a demon, Ashmodoi, ulvasof lo malach ala Yisrael b'vad. Eventually, he only ruled on the Jews. Shenemar ani kohelet haiti melech al Yisrael, Yerushalayim. Ulvasof lo malach ala Yerushalayim. Shenemar divrei koel ben David melech Yerushalayim. Ulvasof lo malach ala mitaso. In the end, he only ruled over his bed. Shenemar hinei mitaso sheli Shlomo. And then eventually, vasof malach ala maklo. He was the ruler over his staff. Shenemar v'zaya chelki mikol amoli. My staff was the only thing I had left. Rav Shmuel Chad Amar. Zeh means lamaklo, his stick. Chad Amar goindo, his garment. Now the shaila is, after he got rid of Ashmodoi, did he return to his greatness? Hadar or lo? Did he return to ruling the world? So Rav Shmuel Chad Amar Hadar. The Chad Amar lo Hadar. Some say he did not return. Mandar lo Hadar. Because he was Melech v'Hedyot. He was a king, but then he became a regular person. Mandamar Hodar, Melech v'Hedyot to Melech. He was a Melech, then a regular person, and then he became a Melech again. Okay, stop here. So tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Daf.
Yeah.
And we'll have the
Turban.
Torah at 8 o'clock.
Correct.